Hi, everyone. I'm Connie Szabo, Advocacy Director of Bicycle Garage Indy, and this is Spotlight on Bicycling, where we profile different bicycle organizations in central Indiana and some of the activities that they're doing. And today I am being joined by Alli from Commuter Connect, and she's going to talk about some of the programs they have to encourage people to choose to bike or get to work in a different manner other than single occupancy car and some of the activities that are coming up. So um, this will be on our Spotlight on Bicycling webpage and also be shared on Facebook once it's live. So hopefully you'll be able to find it and you can view it at your heart's content and share it however you want. So I will turn this over to Alli.
Hi, Connie. Thanks so much for having me today. I really appreciate it. My name's Alli Steinke, and I am an outreach representative with Commuter Connect, which is a free service of CERTA, Central Indiana Regional Transportation Authority. I'm also the van pool coordinator and the bike buddy coordinator. So just a brief overview of what Commuter Connect is. We are funded through federal grants, and we're a nonprofit serving Marion County and the surrounding donut counties. So if you live or work in any of the counties, then you would qualify. We hope to connect people to opportunities and lower carbon emissions into the environment through different green commuting options. So here's a list of all of our green commuting options. I'll just do a brief overview, but then obviously today with a spotlight on bicycling, I'm going to be talking and focusing mostly on our biking program. First, we have carpools, which can be about 2 to 4 people in a car, and that program is completely free to enter into. You just enter into our database on our website, and then you will get an email match list of potential people to reach out to. And it's up to you to decide if, when, or how you carpool. We have the van pool program, which is 4 to 15 people. And those people split the cost of renting the van and split the cost of the gas associated with your commute to and from work. There's going to be a spot to pick up and a spot to drop off at work. And there can be multiple spots along the way as well. The workforce connectors are out in Plainfield and Whitestown, and they pair up to Indigo routes to take people out to some of the industrial complexes in Whitestown and Plainfield. And the rides are just $1 one way. We help support telecommuting. We have our bike buddy program and walking, and also the school pool program, so parents can carpool to school. So today we're going to be really diving into our bike buddy program. It's a great idea to start thinking about this because it's starting to get nicer out and we know there's going to be more bikers on the road. Commuter Connect partners with Bike Indianapolis, and we pair up an experienced bike commuter with a newer bike commuter. That helps keep everybody safer on the road. So we're going to teach the newer bike commuter how to dress. We're going to teach them safety, etiquette, rules of the road. So then everybody knows, turn signals and where's the best spot to ride on the road. So the cars stay safe. Most importantly, all of the bikers stay safe as well. You can register with Commuter Connect on our website, or you can also register at Bike Indianapolis. So the Bike Buddy program's all volunteer-based. There's the bike guides, the experienced bikers, and they're going to go through a training by Bike Indianapolis. The next one's scheduled April 27th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Watkins Park off of Dr. MLK Jr. Street. So if you'd like to participate in being a guide, I'd recommend going to the Bike Indianapolis website and signing up to be a guide, and then you'll get an invite to go to that training. The buddies are then paired up with the guides through Commuter Connect, and the riders meet about 4 to 5 times a year, or 4 to 5 times throughout the month or so. There's not a hard stop and end time. However, I've heard lots of really great stories of the bikers just really growing the community, growing relationships, and continuing to meet up with rides after the fact, after their official training is over with. So we're moving into Bike to Work Day now, 2023. It's going to be Friday, May 19th at 7 a.m. at Lugard Plaza. So it's hosted by Bike Indianapolis, and Commuter Connect is pairing up. We have some really great sponsors as well. The Department of Public Works through Indianapolis is helping on this, the Indy MPO, Cultural Trail as well. So we're hoping to encourage Indianapolis commuters to ride their bike to work. There's going to be a lot of different group rides, which I'll go to in a little bit. It's just giving us alternative options other than just driving alone. You can find a bike train to ride together. We're also highlighting a lot of our multi-use trails in the city. And we're all going to meet downtown after those rides. So during Bike to Work Day, we're going to offer a light breakfast. There's going to be the bike trains to the event. We're going to have a blessing of the bikes. There's going to be different speakers, including the mayor. We're going to have a raffle giveaway and a live DJ. And I think so far for the raffle, we have BGI is going to be offering up an item, and we have Grego offering up an item, and Family Bike Train in Greenfield is going to be offering up a free tune-up for your bike. So the Bike to Work Day raffle, we're going to try to grow our biking community. So we have really great members of the biking community that come to all of our events. And like I mentioned, we have the Bike Buddy program. However, right now we have a lot more guides and a lot more trainers, but we're trying to find those newer bikers that want to be educated on bike safety and bike commuting. So with the raffle, we're going to bring a friend for extra chances to win. If you post a photo of you or just you and a friend biking to work, if you can't make it downtown, with a hashtag BTWD Indy, or if you register with Commuter Connect, you'll be entered into that raffle. So far, we've got a couple bike trains, and we're also looking to add more as well. So the first one is from Indy Northeast, the Fall Creek Flyers, who meet at Boy Scouts headquarters, and they'll also stop at Starbucks on 56th Street. They also ride pretty regularly a couple times throughout the week. So if you're interested in bike commuting, you can always join up with them before Bike to Work Day as well. There's one coming from Indy East Irvington, which will meet at Indy Cycle Specialist off of Washington. There's going to be one coming down from Carmel, and it will stop in Broad Ripple as well along the Monon. We're going to have a bike train from Plainfield meeting up at Gear Up Secularly. So if you don't see a bike train that meets your needs coming from the location that you're at, and you would like to lead a bike train, feel free to reach out to me after watching this, and we can set you up with creating a bike train and help you get some participants adding in that. So here's where you can register for a ride for the bike train. And also you can also just register that you're going to be coming to the event, so we know to expect you. So here is my contact information. You can give me a call or text or email, as long as our website, if you'd like to register for the Bike Buddy program. Or you can reach out to Tess from Bike Indianapolis. You can register to be a guide at their website, or email her with any further questions.
Awesome. So for the bike trains, in the past, there have been some other bike trains that have been led from other areas. We have, there are some web pages that I'll put in the description of this video that have some of the information of those routes. So you don't if you happen to live near one of those routes, you wouldn't necessarily have to create a new route. We could use the ones that we have from the past. If we've had some from the northwest side and from the south side. And now with the B&O trail that's been connected to Speedway, that actually opens up something from the west side. So I usually have put those maps together. They're on Ride Spot, so you can also look there. And even if there isn't a ride leader, you'll be able to find potentially, you might be able to find a route that would serve your own commute. The routes that we have right now, if you look for them, unless they have been updated for this year's leaders, they'll all end at City Market or Monument Circle. So it's just a couple blocks east of there in Luger Plaza. So you'll probably see people once you get downtown heading towards Luger Plaza on their bikes. So you'll be able to find the group. So yeah, so Bike to Work Day is a national Bike to Work Day. Happens on the third Friday of the month every year. The League of American Bicyclists has designated May as National Bike Month, and Bike to Work Day is always the third Friday. There are also some other activities that happen in May in conjunction with National Bike Month. One is Bike or Walk to School Day, which is the Wednesday before Bike to Work Day, usually, or no, I'm sorry, it's the first Wednesday of the month. So that would be can't do math in my head, third, I think it'll be the 3rd of May. And then there is Ride of Silence, which is on the 3rd Wednesday. So it'll be the 2 days before Bike to Work Day. And I don't know at the time of this taping whether there are plans for a Ride of Silence. Last year, Bicycle Garage Indy was very involved with it, and we highlighted the 86th and Monon intersection, and we rode from our north store on 82nd Street to 86th and the Monon and back to highlight that intersection in honor of Frank Radiker and the 7 bicyclists who died in 2021. So we'll have to see. So, stay tuned for word about whether there's a Ride of Silence. And then later in the month, it's not a Commuter Connect necessarily, but it is encouraging people to get out on their bikes, is a Bike to 500 that also occurs in May, and that will be on race day, so that you can bike to the 500, see the race, and then bike back to downtown. So so lots of great things. So if I was someone who wanted to learn about bike commuting, and I want to be paired up with a guide, who do I contact? Do I contact you or Tess or?
If you're a newer biker and you want to be paired up with a guide, you can contact me personally, or you can go onto our website and register there, and we have a little link to click about becoming a bike buddy, and then we will email you, and then we'll email your guide according to where you guys live, so you guys can meet up in more generalized location, and then we'll pair you up, and you've got a couple rides, maybe 4 to 5 rides to get some training done, and then you guys can continue to ride together if you're enjoying it.
Awesome. So do you have any special story that you've heard about guides and buddies that you can share?
Yes, I know that when I did an interview with somebody, she just was a newer biker. She doesn't even necessarily commute to work. However, she just wanted to feel more comfortable with street riding. She wanted to feel more comfortable on her bike. in the multi-use paths. So they connected with a bike guide. They met their times and then they still ride together pretty regularly now. They just became really fast friends. And again, we pair you up by your living location. So it's easy for you guys to meet up.
Awesome. Yeah, that also helps the guides because they're more familiar with that area, the area where they live in general, and probably help the people who their buddies find some roads that they might not be aware of that are less traffic, or this is a neat little alleyway that connects to this other place where you can get on better roads, or connects to the greenway right here. So yeah, that's
You don't necessarily need to have the goal to ride to work in a month or something. You could just have the goal to want to learn how to ride more safely. And maybe that'll eventually develop into riding to work, but I know people don't always live really close. So you could just join the Bike Buddy program to feel safer in your biking, and then maybe build up to that one day.
yeah. And I think I know that Commuter Connect is focused on work, but I think people, of trips to work, but a lot that only accounts for 15% of our trips. And so if you can trade some of your normal trips that you do by car that are within 5 miles of where you live, that also eases congestion and road congestion, and is also good for the environment, all the things of biking to work. You have a little bit more flexibility if you bike to the grocery store, for example, because you could decide when you're going to do it. You don't have a time frame to do it. So a couple of tips that I usually give newer people who are wanting to commute by bike is to test out your route, from home to work on a weekend when you don't have a time commitment, and so that exactly where, what route you're going to use. And the traffic is going to be different on the weekend, but it'll give you an idea, and also you'll know where your route is. So if you're running late to work, you can, your memory will kick in. Oh yes, this is the way that I went 2 days ago.
And
So
for me personally, I live too far to bike to work, and there's not a safe path for me to get the whole way to work. So I will drive halfway, park my car, and then get on my bike. And once I get to the Fall Creek Trail, so you don't have to think about biking to work the whole way. There's options to do halfway as well.
yeah, and we have on Bicycle Garage Indy, we've done several lunch and learns about biking and commuting and riding and all sorts of different weather, which is also something that people think about when they're commuting, because they're going to be out in the elements. So there are lots of people. We have some lunch and learns that are specifically about commuter myths or riding in all kinds of temperatures and all of that. So I'll also put lunch and learn links, or link to the lunch and learn page that has information and videos about that.
And that's what the bike guides are trained to go over a lot of that stuff with you and answer some personal questions to you to get tailored to your specific needs.
Great. I don't think I've got any additional questions. If you're an avid bicycle commuter and you want more people to join, or of people that have said, yeah, I'd like to commute, but I don't really know how to do it or how to start, get them signed up, encourage them to sign up, and then invite them to Bike to Work Day, which is a great, fun celebration of bike commuting that we get to do in the city. And if you are an avid commuter or bike commuter and would like to lead one of the rides, definitely connect with Alli or Tess so that we can have additional bike trains coming in on Bike to Work Day. So, and with that, I'll end this, and we'll hopefully see you at Bike to Work Day and out on the roads bicycling.
Thanks, Connie. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.